This is Russ. I'm back out on the road again, and it's an Anything Goes Monday video, which means we talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are e-bike videos. However, I am on the e-bike today, so it might go there, but then again it might not. So what am I riding today? Hey, I haven't been on this bike in a long time. Let me angle down a little bit here. Guys, see that thing? Look at that. That is the Himiway Rambler Premium. What makes it so premium? Yeah, this is a mid-drive bike. Remember this one? Yeah, I haven't been on this bike in a while, since last year, for sure. Yeah, I figured I'd take it out, shift some gears. Look at that. Let me shift right there. See, there you go. I can shift right there on the right-hand side. People always says, hey, Russ, you never shift. Yeah, well, the mid-drive, you're going to have to shift if you're pedaling, right? I do have a throttle on this one. It's over here on the left-hand side. Let me throttle a little bit. See? So I can go either way on this particular bike. I'm going to pedal a little bit for now. Gets my exercise in. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about health first, then we'll talk about other stuff. Since it is a Monday video. Monday we usually talk about my health and the like. So how is everything going? Well, I'm down to one pill, one 500 milligram pill instead of two 500 milligram pills of metformin, making it 1,000. I'm down to 500 milligrams. Yeah, seems to be okay. I expected the thing would go up a little bit as far as my blood glucose measurements. And yeah, I guess it is technically a little bit higher. It's hovering around 105 and 110. In the past, I'd start out my day, it'd probably be sometimes even like 99, even up to 89, something like that. So it's gone up a little bit, but we kind of expected that would be the case. But yeah, nothing major or anything like that. I have gone to Costco a number of times, had my hot dog, had my pizza, and that brings it up a little bit, and then goes right back down again. So it's just like anything, you know, it doesn't matter what you eat, it's going to go up a little bit and then come back down again. And it comes back down within the 2-hour time period, so it's not a real big deal. So how's the weight? Weight's hanging around 34 to 35 pounds down. Hasn't really gone much since then. It's been like that for the last several weeks. But as you know, the last time we lost some weight, did the same thing, right? It was like 30 pounds down and went up and down and up and down. And then after several weeks, started to go down. Now we're doing the up and down thing with the 35 pound thing. So yeah, I have no real concerns with that. I think eventually, if it decides to go down, it'll go down. I am eating better, other than the hot dogs and the pizza every now and then. So yeah, I avoid anything that really has sugar on there. I try to keep my carb content down. I think really the only carb stuff I'm eating is the pizza. You know, Costco pizza is like it's almost like a double slice if you think about it. It's pretty big. And then the hot dogs, I always take off half the bun, the top part of the bun. I just eat the bottom part of the bun. Hot dog with some mustard. So it's not bad. It's okay. I'm doing okay. I know people always comment, you're killing yourself with that. Yeah, I know. Got to have something that's a little different, right? So, all right. So why did I take out the Rambler of all things? Well, like I said, I hadn't ridden this bike since last year. I still have it. I didn't sell it off. I've had offers for it, but I didn't sell it off. And yeah, so far I've kept all of the Himiway bikes that's been given to me. And you know, we invited Himiway to jump in and comment on the comments, but they never did. So they don't, oh well, too bad, right? If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. We'll just assume they won't. And they are at a different time zone than us anyway, because they're out in China. So it's okay. Thanks to those who asked some questions, even though you may not have gotten answers. All right, so what else has been going on here? Well, we are under a thunderstorm watch right now as I'm riding. And I was debating whether I should even go out or not. But, you know, if I don't go out and I want to do a Anything Goes Monday video, then I'd have to do it inside, and I'd rather be outside than inside. To me, it's easier just to ride and talk. So that's why we're doing it, even though it's a thunderstorm watch. And if we don't go too far, you know, then we'll be fine. I mean, this is not a tornado watch or anything like that. They're just saying that you may have some heavy thunderstorm stuff going on. Wow, this guy's never cut his grass. Wow, that thing's probably like a foot tall, maybe taller. Some people, I guess, don't cut their grass. This guy's coming close to it. The other guy was way up there. And then you see other lawns right next to them is totally cut. I don't know about that. So, yeah, how's the cicada situation? Well, I have not had any cicadas in my area that I've noticed. Yeah, I did not. So, I don't know. I mean, the weather's been warm enough. I don't understand why in our area. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm okay with the fact that we don't have any yet. But does that mean it's just going to delay it and it's going to last longer for us? Don't know. I mean, the weather's been warm enough. Why haven't they come out? Now, other areas around us have them, but we don't. We don't have any. Not that I've seen or heard. Count our blessings for now. All right, we are heading into the same area as we always do. So I'm not going too fast. You know, the thing is the display screen on this particular bike is really small. It's a Bafang display screen. I can't see it anyway. It says 15 miles an hour I'm doing roughly right now. I can't see it because it's, again, one of those that you can't see unless you, I mean, if you have a polarized sunglasses, unless you do the angled clear tape trick. I may have to do that to this one because I can't see it. I'm tilting my head. I'm seeing it says almost 16.9 miles an hour. We're not going fast. We're in no race. So the interesting thing with this bike is I don't think a lot of people even know this is an e-bike. I mean, it's such, the way it's designed, it looks just like a regular bike. It's a step-through design. The battery is rather thin. It's not a really fat down tube. I mean, it's fatter than a typical bike, but not like some of the others. It's got a very small display screen, so you really can't notice it unless you're really looking for it. So, yeah, I guess if I went on the bike paths with this bike, I probably wouldn't have as much comments because of it. Versus on other bikes, you know, we've had comments from people who, you know, they don't like e-bikes. They'll say things to you and like, but I don't think anyone would say anything with this bike. I mean, if they did, they're really pushing it, right? I guess if you're going too fast, that could be a reason people would say something, right? I mean, if the path limit is, say, 15 miles per hour and you're doing 30 miles an hour, that's another story, right? And then I guess they would have a legitimate reason to complain. But if you're staying within reason, how's that hurting anybody? I did watch a video recently. The guy wasn't riding an e-bike. He was riding some type of recumbent something or other. I don't know what he called it. It looked like a recumbent bike with like a mini go-kart body on it, if you know what I mean. You know, it had some type of body to it. I don't know what they call that. And I guess some woman was complaining to him that he was that he's riding like a car. Well, it's not a car, but I would say, you know, based on some of the things that he was showing, where he had passed the woman, he was doing 30-something miles an hour. So I think in that sense, she did have a legitimate complaint. She was saying, you know, you're endangering the people walking around here, and like that would be a legitimate complaint. I think he said that it's not, because it's not a car and the like. But you know, you have to be careful a little bit on how fast you're going on some of these paths. So I don't agree with the woman and how she complained to him about it, but I mean, she was really yelling at the guy, and he tried to keep his calm and cool, but she was not having it. But yeah, I think he could have gone a little slower. I think that would have made things easier, but I think she would have complained anyways either way. So here we are. We're gonna pass the big street as we usually do. We just gotta sit and wait our turn. You know, early in the morning, you've got morning traffic coming through here. Later in the day, not so much maybe, but you still get quite a bit on this road. And this bike, I mean, if you pedal hard, you can push it and go a little bit quicker. I don't remember what the maximum speed is. Is this class 2? I think this is probably a class 2. I'm not sure. I'll double check it. But yeah, we're not even doing 20 miles an hour with this thing. I don't care. Just taking it easy, just taking the bike out for the sake of taking it out. Like I said, I've kept this bike because it is the only mid-drive bike I have. And I don't usually request the mid-drive bikes if I even have an option at this point, because I know that a lot of you guys aren't into it because of the shifting. And so why feature it if a lot of you guys aren't that interested in it anyway? And even for myself too, I don't do so well with the mid-drive, although I am getting better with it. I am shifting better with it. Leg strength is getting a little bit stronger now, of course. The loss of the weight seems to make it easier for me to ride this bike now, or any bike for that matter. But this one, you know, because I do tend to pedal a little bit. Oops, a little bit of grinding there. This is the issue with the mid-drive. I have to remember not to pedal down when I'm shifting. You know, if you shift, let the thing do its thing. You know, let the thing do its thing, and then start pedaling again. Don't try pedaling while you're shifting, which is what I typically would have done with a hub motor and a gear shifter, derailleur shifter. So yeah, I have to remember just to shift, don't pedal. All right, here, shift, don't pedal, let the bike do its thing, and then start pedaling again. Do it again. I'm gonna shift up, shift, let it do its thing, then pedal again. Then you don't get the grinding. You grind that thing enough, you're gonna start having problems, right? So, but I think the thing is that anytime you start learning on a mid-drive bike, it's a learning curve. You know, it's just like starting up on a bike again. There's a learning curve. Even when I first got the e-bike, I hadn't been on the bike in a while, you know, because of the knee problem. So yeah, you have to kind of like relearn how to do things. It's not like I lost balance or anything like that, because I still had the balance on the bike. But you know, pedaling and all that was kind of tough. I mean, I had just come out of the knee replacement too, so you know, in general, it would have been tough anyway. No matter how you looked at it, it would have been tough for me. All right, we're going up a little incline there, so there you go, grinding again. Lower the gears. The thing is I don't know how long it takes before the gear shifts before I start having to pedal again. Let me do it again. Go down one, then start pedaling softly again. Go up one. There you go. Let me go up one more. You could kind of hear it shifting itself below me. I can feel it a little bit on the pedals. I can hear it shifting. So, but again, I'm not going fast because of it. if I pedaled harder, here, I'll pedal a little harder here. How fast are we going? 19 miles an hour. Let's shift again. Doing 21, 22, 23. I'm angling my head to see the thing. 24. So yeah, this is class 3. Because I'm already at 24. Had I pedaled more, I'm gonna shift down because I'm gonna get myself ready. So yeah, had I pedaled more and pedaled hard, I probably would have made it to 28. So now the thing is that, you know, this kind of bike, let's turn here. This kind of bike, it's exercise. I mean, it's designed for you to ride this like a regular bike. And so if you're one who bought an e-bike because you don't really want to do the effort, then yeah, this is probably not the bike for you. I mean, they have the Rambler in a hub motor version, cheaper too. The mid-drive motors cost more money. This is a Bafang motor on here. Now, I did mention on another video that all the Bafang motors I had seem to have noise, and because somebody mentioned about the U-Free bike being kind of noisy. Yeah, it's got a whine to it, right? And I think the Troxus we had too had a Bafang motor. It's kind of loud and noisy too. This is a Bafang mid-drive. I don't notice any noise really. It's pretty quiet. So I guess we have to qualify it that some of those Bafang ones that had noise were hub motor bikes. Let's turn here. Now, I didn't pedal, and it made its own clinking sound there. I didn't shift, I didn't pedal, so I don't know what was going on with that thing. So, this thing does have its own little issues, its own little, wow, this is a nice house. Looking to the right, oh, a really nice house. It's on an angle in the corner. You know, it's interesting, as we're going through these neighborhoods, people have been mentioning, they said, yeah, I really like the neighborhoods in your area. Yeah, they are kind of nice. Here, let's go down this street here. Take a look at some of these houses here. Here, look at this one to the left here. Look at these things. Hey, these things are nice. Here's another big house. I mean, the properties in general, it's shifting it by itself. I didn't even do anything, it shifted it by itself. Some of the properties here are very large. I'm looking at their yards, they're huge. And people said that, hey, you know, the grass looks really good. Well, the grass looks good now. It's kind of like shifting on its own. I'm using the throttle, maybe that's why it's shifting, I don't know. Yeah, some of these houses are really, really nice. So how's my neighborhood? My neighborhood's pretty nice too. my neighborhood's pretty nice, but I think this neighborhood might be nicer. I think these houses are older than mine. Not all of them. Some of them seem to be pretty new. But sometimes people tear down the houses and put new houses on there. Yeah. So you have to kind of qualify what it is that you're talking about. Which way am I supposed to go? Let's go this way. Because we're just kind of going for the sake of going. We'll throttle for a little bit. So yeah, I kind of like the fact that this particular mid-drive bike has a throttle. Some mid-drives don't have throttles. And in my situation, you know, I tire out pretty fast, and having the throttle there to help me along so I don't have to pedal is a nice thing to have. But yeah, I mean, if this was a straight mid-drive bike with no throttle, I don't think I could last it. To me, it'd be just like riding a regular bike. I mean, I'd be going faster. Maybe I won't have to pedal as hard because you got a motor, but I still would have to pedal it. And I know I can't do that for long periods of time. All right, let's take a bike route, take a left, okay? We'll take a left, no problem. So you hear that grinding? That's from the That's from the thing shifting itself, it seems, because I'm using the throttle. So I've got to learn when can I do it, when can I not, and expect, I mean, I wasn't pedaling or anything. It's just the throttling was causing it to shift itself. So I don't know why that is. Who knows? I'm not going to go all the way down there. We'll turn around. So yeah, definitely a learning curve. Definitely a learning curve. One thing I don't like too much is that the hand grips on this do spin. I don't know if you can see it here on the right. They spin. It could benefit from locking hand grips. I was looking at that squirrel. It's trying to decide, should it keep going? Should it turn itself around? Went back towards the car and went underneath it. Yeah, I came close that one time. Almost ran over a squirrel. You guys remember seeing that? Yeah, it was a close call for that thing. I think I just missed it by a couple of inches. Thing is, the squirrels, they run out, they see you, then they go, uh-oh, then they head back. And when they head back, it's that hesitation that stops them. But this squirrel, he kept going. He kept going. I mean, I don't know if you guys could have seen it, but I slowed it down and I looked. He kind of tumbled when he got off of the path. He went by, and then he tumbled a little bit at the end of the path, but he made it. I think had he made the stop, I would have run him over. Yeah, watch out for squirrels. People said if I would have hit him, it would be like hitting a rock. I mean, it's not going to be as hard as a rock, but, you'd feel the bump, and that might be enough to jar you, enough to make you fall. But really, what could you do if the thing runs out in front of you? I mean, even with a car, if the thing runs out in front of you, what can you really do? I had a scare last Sunday. I was driving a car, heading to church, going down the road. It's about 45 miles an hour. There's between the directions of the street. All right, they had those road dividers, like cement blocks. You know what I'm talking about, right? They're kind of maybe like 3 feet tall. They kind of divide the streets up. So we're doing about 45 miles an hour. Yeah, see, this thing's shifting on its own. I'm not even throttling. And so this goose with its little babies decide to cross the road. So the cars on the right of me is a 2-lane highway going in one direction, then 2-lane highway going the other direction. The thing is coming across. I'm on the far right side, and so the guys on the left side start stopping because the geese are over on their side. And of course, we can't see anything until you get close to it. So the guy on the left decides, well, he's the guy closest to the geese. I'm just going to go to the right. So he pulls into our lane and starts slamming on the brake. So, of course, now we have to slam on the brake. Yeah, some guys don't think. If you're going to slam on the brakes because of the geese, don't go shifting to the right-hand lane. Because there might be cars coming, right, who don't know why you're stopping. So, yeah, I was more concerned that the car behind me would be able to stop and not get rear-ended. I mean, I was able to stop, but who knows what the other guy would have been able to do. So, yeah, we had our little moment of fright due to some geese crossing the road. And they're not going to get across because you got that cement barrier there. So they're going to have to come back again. So I don't know if they made it or they didn't, but you had probably about 4 little baby geese and the mother goose. These are the Canadian geese. So, and the geese, sometimes they don't care. They go walking across even with the cars coming. They don't seem to have any fear. They just go. I've seen people who have hit the geese. Yeah, so, I mean, physically hit them. while I'm driving. So that happens. Saw a guy hit a deer once. Yeah. My daughter and I were in the car, and we saw the deer coming out, and we go, oh, a deer. And the next thing we knew, oh no. Yep, the car hit it and then kept going. Another car stopped and dragged the deer to the side. Things happen, but I'm surprised the other guy didn't stop or anything. He just hit it and kept going. Yeah, you hit a deer fast enough, it cave in your whole front of your car. I don't know if he sideswiped it or something. I'm not sure. I don't know if he hit it head on or whatever. I can't recall, but that deer was down for the count. All right, that's about all I have for you for today. Nothing major. Oh, let me say one more thing. There's always one more thing. I always remember something right before I'm ready to sign off. Yeah, what about product reviews for Anything Goes? Yeah, I did request a product to come in. And I'm supposed to be getting something about that today, but not the actual product, because we have to do certain things to let them know what it is that we want. They're sending that out to me to be picked up today. Now, let me say this too. I ended up getting a P.O. box for the purpose of taking in these types of products. Yeah, Mrs. Wright says, why are you giving everybody the address? I says, well, these are companies. And they go, well, I don't want the address out there. I mean, Mrs. Wright has her thing about privacy, right? That's why you never see Mrs. Wright's face on the camera. So she says, if you're going to take some of these products in, you should get a P.O. box. But I said, well, the post office won't take any packages, but a UPS store will. So I went to the UPS store to open up a P.O. box to be able to take in these small packages. Now, the e-bikes, of course, are not going to be sent there. That's too big for them to deal with. Okay, put my hand out there. But small packages, can be sent to me through the P.O. box. The hassle with the P.O. box is you have to go there to go get it, right? So, I mean, you don't know when things are there or not. I mean, you could pay extra, and they could email you or text you and let you know, hey, you got a package in, or you got mail in or something. But then you got to pay even more money for that service, so I didn't do that. So I opened up the box. I opened up the smallest box available because most of the stuff coming in will be packages, not really letters. So I talked to the lady there, and she says, no, you probably just need a small P.O. box. It doesn't really matter, because if a package comes in, we'll just hold it in the back and then let you know, put a thing in your box that you've got a package waiting for you. But you won't know that the package is actually there unless you go there to find out from the little notice they give you in the P.O. box. Now here's an interesting thing, which I thought was not that great. They had a notice that says any package held for more than a day will be charged $3 per day. So I said to her, I says, well, that would mean I would have to come here every day to see if any packages here. She goes, no, don't worry about it. I mean, what do you mean don't worry about it? It's on the contract. She goes, as long as I've been working here, nobody's ever paid the $3, and we've held packages for days and days and days. So then why do you have it on your contract? That's what I want to know. Either way, the P.O. box wasn't cheap. I think it was $21 or $22 a month. Gee whiz. Now, the packages that are coming in, they're for product reviews. If the products are, say, $100 or more, then within 2 to 3 packages, you've basically paid for the P.O. box. But it's essentially like you've paid for those products then, right? So I gotta be able to do more than just 3 reviews to make it worth having the P.O. box for the year. I signed a 1-year contract with them to do that. So here's the thing. Some people have said to me, what if we want to send you something, like a little gift? Well, and they usually email me about that. Well, I guess you could send me stuff if you wanted to at this point, because I can give you the P.O. box number, and then you can send it there if you want. So if you have something for me, hey, let me know. Send me an email, then I'll send you the P.O. box address. Now, one of you guys have already sent me something before. Yeah, I think he's the only person who's ever sent me anything. But I do notice on some YouTube channels, people do send YouTubers little gifts and little things like that. Hey, if you want to do that to Russ's right, I'd be happy to take it in. If it's a good one, we'll show it on air. On air. Okay, on the internet. So here's how this will go. If you want to send me something, okay, because I'm not going to publish it. I'm not going to publish the address there, because that would mean everyone would be sending me stuff, and I may not want that. Send me an email, and then my email, as you know, I only use for business purposes. You know, don't send me emails unless it's for a business purpose. Because I was getting a lot of emails from people that, you know, you could easily ask that question on the comment section, which I would prefer you do, quite frankly, because I look at that a lot more than sometimes the email stuff, because I get a lot of other business solicitations as well. So if you have something you want to send me for whatever reason, send me an email. The email list is the email address is in the main channel page. It's under business inquiries or business address or something like that. Send me an email, tell me that you have something for me or whatever you want to send me, and then I will send back an email and let you know what it is. That way I don't have to publish it on the internet. Make sense? Okay. All right, that's all I have for you guys for today, and stay tuned for that particular review. It may be a while before I actually can do the review. I have to test this thing for a while before I can actually come to some type of conclusion about it. So yeah, do that. Keep an eye out for that. And then when that thing happens, it'll be on an Anything Goes Monday video. Okay, one more thing. I did request a couple other companies to send me stuff, but I haven't heard back from them. So sometimes these companies will say, hey, would you like to collaborate with this and that? So you say, okay, I'm interested. Then you don't hear back from them. What's the point of it then? I don't get that. And by the way, a lot of those solicitation things really sound so generic. You know, they'll usually say something like, yeah, we've been watching you for a while. You know, I could tell that they have not, because the product has nothing to do with the e-bikes. And you would be ideal for this. I go, yeah, really? How am I ideal? So, but anyways, if a good product comes along and says, yeah, that'd be interesting, I'd like to try that, I may say yes now at this point. So stay tuned for those. All right. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Remember, Anything Goes Mondays happens on Mondays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are e-bike related videos. Hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys next time.